Put on your helmets and buckle your chin straps for the wildest podcast held in the Steel City. Dubs and Chicken Hawk will give you a taste of the past in fried jumbo.
Before I let you go, we got to talk about the Irwin Playground because there's so much shit talking that's going on through the years between the Larry Dowling insurance team, which was the...
Who's the Larry Dowling?
That was
I don't know names.
That was us.
Oh, that was you guys.
The green
Okay,
team.
all right.
We were the green team,
Okay.
not the McKeesport green team. And you were the purple, like hippie,
We were the purple hippie team.
tie-dyed team. Mm-hmm. And you won the first. Did you win the first year of that league? I can't remember. This is a men's basketball league.
No.
When did that even start? Like late 80s or was it early 90s? I can't recall.
Rez was coming home. Rez was moving from, he got out of college in 83 and he went to Maryland. He was in Aberdeen, Maryland for years. He had his first two kids there. So I'd say he came home in 88 or 9 and his brother.
Yeah.
That's when his brother. Danny merged with Diegelman. I guess it was Diegelman, right?
Yeah, Paul.
To start that league.
The league, yeah.
They used, the power, maybe some money.
Standard Observer League.
Standard Observer stuff. And
yeah.
Diegelman used his local resources.
Yeah, just people we knew.
The two guys.
Yeah. Started that. Okay. But I think it was somewhere around 91 maybe or 2.
Maybe.
Somewhere in there, maybe. Maybe it could have been even a little earlier. I'm not sure.
It might have been a little earlier.
But it was somewhere in there. 89, 90, 91.
We had,
So who was on your...
No way we won because we had nobody. Our team was me, Resnick, and dudes that didn't even play junior high basketball.
What was the kid's name with the mustache? He was thick. He was on your team. He was like a rebounder type of guy. Didn't put the ball in the hole.
Jason.
Yes, Jason.
Oh,
Jason.
You clashed with Jason.
Yeah, all the
had
time.
to clash with Jason.
Oh, yeah. Me and him were like...
Yeah, you guys were...
Like punching each other out.
Jason played junior high. He did play junior high, but he didn't play high school basketball.
Yeah, I just remember him because...
He was offensive lineman. He played high school football. Yeah.
Then who you got other people, though, eventually, because I know you won. I know you.
Playground. Munshire, who nobody knows.
Yeah, I know Munshire.
Kenny?
Yeah.
He's
okay, who else?
State trooper guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Munch was older than me. He was a good athlete.
Yeah.
Danny Malarski, he lived just like Rez, right across from the hoop court at Lincoln School.
Right.
He was older though. He's 10 years older than me.
And who's the Brian? Was it Brian guy? It was like a point guard. Oh, you had Jay. Wine.
No, we didn't even have Jay yet.
You didn't have him yet. Okay. All right.
Jay moved to Cleveland. Jay played with me at Bethany.
Right.
So me and him got to be friends. At high school, I wouldn't talk to that dude. He was a puppy.
Like yuppie dude.
Yeah, he hung out with Billy Leonard. They were little punks. And so then Jay came to Bethany. I kind of corrupted him a little bit, but he became a man.
A man.
So Jay took a job in Cleveland when that league started.
Okay.
So Jay, we didn't have for the first 2 years.
Okay.
So we had a bunch of guys that
local dudes. Okay.
I think Jay might have played with us though.
Because I can't remember.
Weekend.
No, we played.
No. When Diegelman, I tell you, Diegelman still me a keg of beer because you had an opening tournament.
Okay.
And the winner got a keg of beer.
Well, I remember.
And we won that opening tournament.
Right.
I did not get
the keg of beer. Well, Paul lives.
Might be on Dan Resnick. Because he's maybe the Standard Observer had to buy it. I don't know.
Well, Paul lives here now.
Yeah.
He's back here.
Yeah.
We'll get it. He loves it. He likes to drink.
Okay, good.
We'll get the guys together.
We can do that.
We could. It'd be so much fun. Oh, my God. We'd have. Because I'm trying.
Some guys walk up, Munch. I can get Munch to come.
I'd like to settle the score because I don't know what happened. I don't remember how. I know we won a couple times.
You won. All the time.
No.
No, except the first time was the most embarrassing loss in Norwood history.
Right. Yeah. We lost to you guys.
You lost us with Dan Resnick You guys were laughing at him shooting a two-hand set shot, and we had this other dude, Magoo. Do you remember Magoo?
I do.
This skinny dude with the headband.
Yeah, the headband. Yeah.
Couldn't play. He was psycho too. He was
I see that. I think I see that dude at the Planet. Is he still live around here?
No. Now he weighs 350 pounds.
Oh, okay, because it's not him.
And
Because there's a dude.
There's Bernie, which is Rez's other brother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bernie, you had.
Yeah, I don't.
You would have clashed with Bernie. Bernie always got into scraps.
Yeah. Bernie.
Bernie was on the team. We had all these people.
Yeah. But I do remember that specifically losing to you. We were just stunned.
Oh yeah, it was total.
It was like, wow. Holy hell! I can't wait the next year.
Yeah,
because we're gonna kill these fuckers. but yeah, you beat. But then we did win a bunch of games.
Rick at that point,
he wasn't with you guys.
He loved us. No,
yeah.
He said, "Wow, how did they beat us?"
Yeah.
He kind of was like intrigued by us.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Then you guys started. Then we started hanging out with each other.
Oh yeah, we go drinking up at we go to Fishbowl.
Yeah, we would do. Yeah,
get all drunked up.
Yeah, we would have fun. Yeah, and then Jay came home. So when Jay came home, and we had me, Rez, and Jay.
Yeah,
we had a nucleus that was okay. We still couldn't win anything. We didn't win anything until Stu came on.
Yeah,
Big Stu.
Yeah,
and Hawes and I.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think that the teams. There was us from Irwin.
Lee Perry had.
He had a team, a Hempfield-like team or Greensburg team.
What did he call himself at first?
I have no idea.
He had Bobby Powell and them guys?
No, he had Nesser and.
Oh, he had Nesser
and a bunch of other dudes that I didn't know that well. I think he had Gaga and.
He had Sammy Sunder.
Sammy Sunder, right? Those guys.
Guess what? Sammy Sunder.
Yeah.
When I saw him out there.
Yeah.
For the first time in how many years, right?
Yeah.
In 1990, or you're saying whatever it was, he made that challenge team too.
Did he?
On that thing I was talking about in high school.
Yeah, down in high school.
He was on my team.
On your team. Sammy Sunder. He's a Jeanette guy.
Jeanette guy.
Yeah.
I saw him. I
haven't seen him in a while.
Well, when McKeesport Y closed, I went to the Greensburg Y, and I see him there.
Yeah, he was up there playing a lot. Yeah. I'm trying to think. And then, so they had that group. Then you had a Jeanette team, which was like Jesse Bone and Bobby Powell and Paul Crawford and all them dudes.
Then there was wasn't there all the doctors had a terrible
terrible team. Like, I don't know, they were chiropractors or.
Yeah, them guys.
Yeah, you had those people.
And then there was there was Farina's team.
Yeah, there's Farina's team, another McKeesport team. And they were the green McKeesport team. And they had Mr. Miller and Jimmy Miller. Harry Miller.
They had Jimmy.
And Harry, the dad. He did so. He was set Shop Buford.
No, he played when he was gone on to our team.
Okay.
He came to our team.
He did? Harry did? Because Jimmy got a job and I think he moved away.
Moved up north.
Yeah. Bradford or somewhere. Yeah. And then, but they had the Farinas and they had some good. They won one year. I know they won one year.
I thought they might have won it the first year.
Yeah, they might have. I think they did.
Yeah. They had all of them guys. That they all played high school basketball.
Yeah, they knew how to play basketball. That's one thing I knew about that team. They knew how
they played as a team.
Yeah, they had spacing and like your team was like our team. We were just going out there and someone would dribble, drive, and shoot, and you rebound and all that, or you try to get transition buckets. But that green team, they actually had strategy that they were trying to do.
Yeah, they were all right.
They were a pretty decent team. And then I'm trying to think who. Oh, then there was another Irwin. There was a couple other Hempfield teams and a couple other Irwin teams.
Yeah.
Because we all broke off from Yannick and all them. They initially were with us, Boyd and Moffitt and them, and then they ended up creating their own team later. So there was us and then them. There was two Irwin teams.
Yeah.
2 McKeesport teams.
Well, no, they weren't around much longer. Farina was only there. How many years did he say he played in that league?
I think he said three or four.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't there long. I probably only played 3 or 4. I was out because I started working far away up in Cleveland. But I remember you guys had Rick when I would come home to watch some games or something. You had Ricky then, and it was hysterical. You won one with him, didn't you?
First, we had the dude that played at Duquesne, that played at Kiski. Who's that? What's that dude's name? Oh, my God. He played at Kiski around the time.
Shanahan or no.
He was a guard. He was a shoot deep.
Yeah.
Deeper than Rick.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember.
Duquesne.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. He was on our team. Then he moved.
Oh, okay.
That's we would have accepted Rick. If that kid would have
stayed, you would. I do remember. Yeah.
We loved that kid. That kid was.
But I remember when Rick was playing for you guys. He was at that point. He had picked up some weight.
Oh, he was.
And he was foul line to foul line at that point.
Foul line to foul line.
And he would just chuck at. I mean, he could shoot still.
He could still shoot.
It's like, pew. You know.
And we had enough other people that he would then be left open. And we'd hit him, and then he was burying shots.
Yeah, and you were scrappy enough. Because you think about what college basketball has become. Is they did the math on it, and they shoot a lot of threes because, okay, obviously 3 points is more than two, so you only need to be shooting about 30% from out there to overcompensate for the amount of shots you would have with two. But a team like you guys with long rebounds, you would scrap it out and go get them things.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about it. If you're shooting a three, you're either making it or it's a big, long rebound.
Big, long rebound.
And that big, long rebound, you know who that goes to? It goes to the team that wants the ball the most.
That's right.
And that's how you guys started really kicking the shit out of people. You know.
And we needed a coach.
Yeah.
Because at first, when Jay first came, we had all this shit going on where Jay was coaching the guards.
Oh, Jesus.
Like subbing the guards, and I was subbing the forwards.
Forwards
and I was like, I'm spending too much time
doing this
shit. I don't want to do this. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, and so Rick did bring that to the table.
Oh, he's a great coach.
He is.
He really is. I mean, back in the day, I remember he coached Westmoreland Community College for a while when he was young. Mm-hmm. And he took that place to, I think, a national community college title. Like they took a semi. They didn't win it, but they
boys.
Yeah, boys. Okay. But they had nothing, WCCC, and then he ended up taking them deep into. I think they lost in the either semifinals or finals. They lost of the national community college thing. That's crazy. Then, do you know he coached at Southmoreland or something this year or last year? He's back to coaching.
Do you mean head coach?
Yeah, I think.
Girls or boys?
I think it's boys.
Because he's been doing these girls thing.
He does this whole thing with
girls thing, which is really good.
But I think he went to Southmoreland last year or the year before to do boys, and they went to the WPL finals this year with him as their coach. He knows how to coach basketball. That dude.
I know he does.
Yeah, man, he really
he knows how to motivate.
Yeah, he's a very good teacher, bright guy, like you, high IQ guy.
I love Rick.
Yeah, he's a hoot. He's a hoot.
Good friend of mine. I don't see him enough. I should see him.
No, it's life is.
Both say everybody says that.
Yeah, but we should get that keg of beer and.
We should get that keg of beer.
And I would love to know.
Fuck it, make Diegelman buy it.
Well, he just retired, so he should be able to afford it. So yeah, Diggs, he lives out.
He lives in Norwin still somewhere.
He moved. Well, he lived in Cleveland near Stu.
Yeah,
him and Stu lived in the same neighborhood up in Cleveland.
Okay.
And Danny moved to Columbus. His three kids graduated college and moved to Columbus.
Okay.
And they're starting to have children now.
Yeah.
So
now
he moved to Columbus.
Yeah.
And Paul moved back here maybe 2 years ago. He lives out by, you know where Rodney's is? It's a little restaurant out there on the right-hand side of 30.
Yep.
As you're going home to Latrobe. He lives right back in there. There's a...
you go to the right?
Yeah.
Is it Hempfield?
Yeah.
It's probably considered Hempfield. Probably Irwin. It might be Irwin.
It's Irwin or Hempfield. It's either Norwin or Hempfield, but it's a bunch of those... I don't know. They might have 50 to 70 of them carriage-type homes that are like... You know, you share a home with the person.
Oh, yeah. Thing. Okay.
They're connected like to you know, whatever you want to call it. It's really a nice place.
Yeah.
But that's where he moved to when he came back here.
Is he married?
No, he's dating a real nice lady. But but he's not.
He's a nice guy, didn't
Oh, he's great. Yeah, Paul's great. But
Yeah, when we met you guys, I knew your brother before. I forget.
how did you know him? Through Salvation Army basketball and stuff?
No, I met him through Taz. How did
I think he knew Jay somehow. Jay's wife.
Taz and who's your guy? Somebody played football at Bethany.
Quayle did. Tom.
That wasn't Quayle.
No? He was down there
Name another one.
for a year.
Caleb?
Ronnie Caleb did, yeah.
How old's Ronnie?
He's Brian's age.
Brian's
Yeah,
age?
yeah, yeah.
No, that wasn't Caleb.
Caleb
'Cause
was.
I know Ronnie Caleb too. I know all them guys.
Yeah.
They all went to Bethany.
Yeah.
No, who? Fuck. Somebody.
I can't remember.
Somebody. Well, anyway, Taz and him are coaching. I think I told you this when we were doing the air conditioner. Them two are coaching a football somewhere, maybe at EF. Must have been at EF.
Yeah, it might have been, yeah.
They were coaching.
Okay.
And they were talking about how they must have went and played one-on-one hoop.
Oh, okay.
And they started talking shit.
Oh, I see.
And they both talked about their big buddy
Oh.
that we could play 2-on-2.
Oh.
So this guy, whoever we're trying to figure out,
Yeah. Who was?
Flem was his big guy.
Okay.
And Taz brought me.
Oh, okay.
And we played 2-on-2 hoop. That's where I met Flem.
They were at Elizabeth Ford High School or something.
Yeah, we played like 2-on-2 at Elizabeth.
Oh, that's
Ford
funny.
High School.
Yeah, Brian will have to. Maybe it's Mark Simon or somebody. Or
I know Simon.
I'm just trying to think who went. Because
If
he was affiliated with EF because his son went there, or his sons went there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Oh, I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Yeah, I forget who it was. Taz would know. Right?
It wasn't Ernie. No, Ernie went to Point Park. Trying to figure out who it was.
Yeah.
But Quayle was down there for a little while. I thought at Bethany, but I don't.
He was there.
Yeah, but he didn't graduate. He played. I think he ended up leaving there and going
A
somewhere.
lot of people go there and they leave because they don't like what I liked.
Yes.
They don't like the remoteness and I like that, but there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah, I still hunt down by there.
You have to make your own.
He had
fun in it.
Bubba's something in or something.
Yeah, but you still have to make your own fun. You can't just go to Bubba's. You have to make your own fun.
Yeah.
Make your own friends.
I went to Allegheny College. It was like that up in Meadville.
That's nice. Yeah, that's where Jimmy went.
Yeah,
Jimmy Miller.
Miller. Yeah, I was with Jimmy. Yeah, we went there together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got thrown out.
You got thrown out of Allegheny?
Yeah,
For what?
like 20 fist fights.
At the bar? At one of
No,
the Meadville
like in
bars?
basketball and just like frat parties and Jimmy was my good buddy up there. Him, Teddy Phillips. They were all McKeesport kids. Chris Castronis.
Ted Phillips went there?
Yeah.
The guy older than me. He's a year older than me, right?
No, Teddy.
Not Timmy Phillips. No, Timmy Phillips.
Timmy was a couple years younger. Teddy's his little brother was.
Oh, Teddy's younger.
Yeah.
There was Tom Phillips was a year older than me.
Okay.
Teddy, I didn't know. He was younger.
He's lovely. Great guy.
Is he? Yeah, he's a
yeah.
McKeesport guy.
McKeesport, yeah.
Castronis.
Chris Castronis. Yeah, we lit it up there, buddy.
Yeah.
But I got out of hand, and they asked me not to come back.
He came over when he heard the story about you getting thrown out of Allegheny.
He knows.
You already know that story? Okay.
Yeah, we done or what? We out of gas?
No, we still have some left.
Okay.
Like 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll cut it.
Has it been 2 hours?
Pretty much, yeah.
But no, I got thrown out. All kinds of. I don't know how many fights I got in, but probably 10 or 12, and it was. They would just. It was so small that they knew who you were.
Yeah, you were
couldn't get away with it.
Yeah.
I played football there. You know, I had a good time up there.
Jimmy didn't. That coach didn't like him.
I know. Jimmy was a great player. They stuck it to him up there.
They did because he's 6'9". Like
He was a great
when
player.
he came back,
They didn't use it.
graduated,
Yeah.
and he came back and he was living around here for that time.
Yeah.
He started playing with us on Monday nights. Just to play, and he got on. He was on our team.
Okay.
and we won the Salvation Army multiple years there.
Yeah.
And he was going to play with us out there.
Oh, I see.
And that would have been nice.
Yeah, you would have had a nice team. Oh, yeah.
And
you had him.
And he went
Bradford.
to Bradford, yeah.
Yeah, you have him, and it's over. Yeah. But, I went to
we were really
Jimmy
good.
was – I had so many good McKeesport.
And he's a good dude.
Great dude.
Jimmy's a good dude.
Yeah, everyone I ever met from McKeesport, I like.
He got stiffed by his wife, too.
Oh, did he?
There.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, you haven't heard all that. He's divorced, doesn't talk to the kid.
Oh, jeez.
All kinds of shit.
It's a shame.
I don't even know all the story. I'd like to see him again.
Yeah, I'd love to see him. I haven't seen him since the good old days.
We really liked him. He even brought us up there to play. He was assistant coach on. It wasn't Bradford. He was in Smethport. That's where he was.
Okay.
Smethport was like, I don't know, triple A.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We were. He brought us up to play his high school kids.
Oh, is that right?
Before in between the regular season and the playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah.
And he wanted us to beat him
up a little bit.
Yeah.
Physical.
Yeah. And that Magoo, we take Magoo. I can't believe we took Magoo up there. Magoo's starting to fight with a high school
kid. Yeah.
We're adults. You know what I mean?
You could go to jail.
You can't do that. Yeah. Magoo's starting to fight with a high school kid.
Yeah. But Jim's great. Teddy Phillips, great.
Teddy Phillips, man. Timmy's younger brother.
Yeah. Timmy was
my brother's age.
He was playing for Kansas. He went to Kansas.
He was a quarterback.
Yes.
Timmy
he could. Teddy. Yeah, or Timmy was.
But
Teddy was.
George didn't like the throw. God.
No. You should have beat everybody within football, but in the long run, George's offense served its purpose, and he won two state championships and all that. But man, he had some dudes roll through there that could have lit it up, with throwing the ball. And
he had people that didn't play that he wanted to play. He recruited me every day in the hall.
Yeah,
every day in the hallways of school. Kemp.
Yeah, you got to come over here. Well, yeah.
There's a spot for you. He just kept
saying, you could have been a defensive end.
He
yeah, no one would have been able to do anything. Because McKeesport, I tell you what, they...
You're kind of like...
you
and your brother are kind of like McKeesport.
Yeah, we were born there. Yeah, we're from there. Yeah, we were born in McKeesport. We lived there till we were maybe twice 4 or 5. Brian went to...
Where'd he go? What elementary school?
I think he might have went to either Lincoln School or...
Where'd you live?
Right across the border there. Near...
by there?
Up by with Tony Damaski's, right by there. You know where White
Oak School.
White Oak.
That was White Oak School.
Yeah, that was High Drive. We
High Drive.
Yeah. We lived on High Drive in a little tiny house there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember Ricky Schumann? You got to remember Ricky Schumann. He was a big, big dude. But we used to play with him all the time.
How old was he?
Rick would have graduated 81 or 82. He was like 300-400 pounds.
Oh, yeah, big dude. He had wire rim glasses?
Yeah.
Ricky Schumann.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Big dude.
They could have, if George could have got him to just...
Yeah.
But he was non-athletic.
No, Rick couldn't. Yeah, Ricky. Well, I saw that dude one time throw a boulder because we had rock fights down there. Because we lived there for a while, then we moved, but my grandparents lived there.
Yeah.
Forever. So we would go to my grandparents every Sunday, and there was these Ricky Schumann lived across the street. His mother was
on High Drive.
No. Ricky lived on Main Street. You know how
Main's the first road to the right.
Yeah. And then at the end of there, you had these Dobransky kids. There was like a million of them.
I know Dobranskys.
You remember them?
Denise Dobransky was my age.
Yeah,
she was real thin.
Yeah, and there's Valerie.
She was nice.
Yeah, very nice girl.
Nice girl.
Denise, Rory.
Long brown hair.
Yeah. There was like 13 of them.
Yeah, there was a bunch of...
Yeah. And then Ricky Schumann lived there. The Nagy boys lived there. Their dad was a state policeman.
Who else was there?
There was a bunch of people.
Mandy, was there a girl, Mandy Lyons? She lived there?
Can't remember. I know there was Billy Allen and his sister. There was an Allen girl. There's a really pretty girl. Her last name was Allen.
Yeah.
There was just
AHLIN?
it was just ALLEN. Allen.
ALLEN? Not
Yeah.
AH.
No. Allen's. They lived in there. I'm trying to think.
Squallis lived up on the road that goes up the hill next to it.
Yeah.
What's that road? The road that goes parallel to Coulter and then turns right and hits Mohawk.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not Mohawk, but I know where you mean. It goes.
I can't remember.
It comes up.
Squallis lived there. His dad was an insurance guy.
Yeah, Mohawk. Yeah, it comes up the top there.
Yeah, I still see Mark Squallis.
But that I'm trying to think of those kids in that neighborhood there. But Schumann,
Rick Schumann.
yeah, he's gone now. He's passed.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Is he in my grade? See, I'm telling you, my grade has so many people that are dead. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
Jody Kent, she lived out there, by the way.
Yes, she lived there.
She was kind of a heavy girl.
Yeah,
she's
girl.
dead.
Yeah,
I heard
dead.
she's dead.
But Rick's gone. There's
Ingrams, did you know any of the Ingrams?
Ingrams. There was the Rabels.
Rabel.
There was a bunch
They
of
were in
them.
the fire.
They were in a fire to burn his face.
Yeah, Paul. Paul's a year older than me.
Yeah, there was Paul and Jerry. And there was a bunch of that.
And the Rabels lived down at the corner.
They lived at the corner, right, yeah. That's where we'd have rock battles in their
Right
yard.
in there.
Yeah, in their yard, where that little creek is.
Yeah, the creeks.
There's a creek that runs down through there.
Yeah.
Well, there was this kid. His name was Nagy, and there was a couple of them. And I shouldn't mention their names, but they were brothers, and they were always just causing trouble. But their dad was a policeman, so they felt like they could.
Oh, was he a whiteout cop?
Yeah.
Nagy.
Yeah, Nagy's. Yeah.
Chased me.
Yeah.
I mean, multiple for the years after that.
Yeah. Well, those boys were always up to something, and they were making fun of Ricky because he was heavy set, kid.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that dude had an arm on him, and we were in this rock battle, and you know how you pick up a rock maybe this big and you can fire it pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he picked up a rock as big as this thing, but like 3 times as thick. Now,
put his paw on it.
Like a normal kid, I wouldn't be able to throw it to the couch.
Yeah, right.
He throws this thing 100 mile an hour, and it's down. That kid's down in the creek, and we're up in Rabel's yard. And ask Brian, he hits this. It's right behind that ice cream store that used to be there. Like the creek runs through, and there's a little ice cream thing right there.
I know where it is. Yeah.
And that Nagy kid's standing down in the creek. Rick hits him in the shin with a freaking fastball of a rock this big.
Yeah.
Snapped it.
Snapped the leg.
Right, snapped it like a twig. And my brother like, did you hear his leg break? Because, he's laying down there going, and his brother's like, we're going to sue you and all this. And I'm like, oh my God, we're in big trouble here. This dude's leg's broken. Yeah, but we never did get it. Well,
that's because the cop probably...
Yeah.
He probably asked all the right questions, saying, were you throwing rocks too?
Oh, they were throwing them. And they were calling Ricky, they were calling him like a big...
Fat guy.
Yeah, and all that bad names and stuff.
Bad names,
yeah, so... But anyhow, we better wrap this. Well,
right.
Yeah, we'll...
Well, this was fun.
Yeah, this was fun.
This
Good
could
time.
go on for 2 more hours.
Let's keep talking about getting together for this beer.
I think we should
We'll get together for the keg.
I'm totally in on that.
I'll get a hold of...
Go White Oak Park or something like that.
Yeah, we'll go somewhere.
We could go. You guys are all...
Oh, I have a pool. I have a pool right here. We'll just come here.
Do it right
come
here.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks, Michael.
No problem, man.
Appreciate you coming in.
No problem.